Intro. What's up, y'all?
Intro.
We are back.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
Everyone have a fun car-filled weekend?
Yes.
It is the season.
We're not going to ask Yusuf what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be too long.
I'm going to go ahead and say what I did.
Yeah, what did you
Do
do?
it.
What did you do this
All right,
weekend?
Brag
60
about it.
seconds or less.
Okay, it's more than 60 seconds, Adam, so that's a bad one. So I actually got my identical 240 repainted. No, I'm kidding. So I had a Porsche-filled weekend. So I went to two different RWB builds. There's one in Toronto happening for a yellow 993 super wide. It was pretty cool. And then I also went to Montreal with a bunch of RWB friends for another build called Boon Me. It was a GT3 Cup motor in a widebody 993, the most like beautifully built 911 I've seen. Damn. We went to that build. Got to drive a couple RWBs, pretty cool.
Nice.
Hang out with some good friends, see some familiar, non-familiar faces. And then we did the 7-hour road trip back home yesterday at like 8 p.m.
Jeez.
But yeah, we had a very Porsche-filled weekend. Got to tow a very big trailer with a vehicle that's would put me into generational debt in the trailer of it from here to Montreal, which is pretty cool. And I also got to drive it. It was this close on both sides. And
So
while we were
scary.
loading it, we had like my friend Reggie in the front giving me directions. We had my friend Reggie giving me directions. Sorry guys for the mic. Giving me directions on where to go. And he's loaded cars with me. Then there was like 7 people in the back selling, go left, go right, stop, this. And they're all yelling different things. And one of my friends was yelling it in Arabic too, to add on to the chaos. We had all of that going on. And then there was also like a crowd of like 60 people with their cameras watching us load it. And I'm like, guys, like,
That's scary.
not only can I not afford this car and not afford this trailer,
Yeah.
there's 60 people watching me do this. It was mad stressful.
Yeah, that sounds
believe it.
stressful.
Man, so there were 2 being built this past weekend. What?
3.
Wow.
So there was
3?
2 in Toronto. There was a 997. 997. There was a 993, and then there's also another 993.
So
in
I mean,
Montreal.
I guess these guys probably had to do like a freaking group buy. They're like, all right.
No,
all right.
so the way
So
that
we're
it
gonna put
works-
him up in a hotel, but if we can split it amongst 3 people and get them all done at the same time.
No, so the way that it works is he comes to a certain area for a certain amount of days, which is predetermined years ago. So like, let's say you go to RWB and you want to get one built today. You
Yeah.
go to your local authorized retailer, you give them all of the money up front, and then it's a 4-year wait list right now.
Jeez. Yeah.
4-year wait list. And then let's say I'm getting one built, and my retailer, like if I want one built, each build takes exactly 2 days. Let's say I want one built, Nakai will come to Canada for like 2 weeks. And then let's say in a year from now, you go to want to get one built,
Yeah.
you would pool onto my dates.
Oh, okay, because we're in the same area.
Does that make sense? And they're
Yeah.
always get sold out pretty much.
That checks out.
But yeah, do you know his install cost is actually pretty reasonable?
Isn't it like 20K?
No, the install alone is $2,500.
Oh. Yeah, that's not that bad.
I didn't
Getting the
expect
kit
that.
and everything like that's another.
That's fair. I don't think he deserves all the backlash. If he's
Well-
only charging $2,500.
Well, the kit is like
But the kit-
60 at the minimum.
Yeah.
Like that's like
Same.
base price. You have to get a shop to host it, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Also, there's markups on the kit depending on your retailer. And then once you have all of that stuff done, you still have to pay for his food, hotel, whatever.
Have to
Full
buy his food,
accommodation.
But
that's
like
crazy.
he stays on people's couches. Like if he comes, like he'll stay on your couch at your house. Like he
Yeah,
doesn't care.
I feel like you just need to get this man a carton of cigarettes. And
I was
he'll
just
be
No,
about
he
nice.
brings his own.
Like,
He
it's just
brings
like,
his own.
oh,
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got a very RWB filled weekend. A lot of good friends. Few people that are owners that came from the Philippines and England, which was really cool. And yeah, just a very Porsche filled weekend. It made me feel very poor.
oh yeah. Well, very
done.
poor.
Very poor.
So Adam, did you paint another 240 or what?
No, I'm still working on it. I got my date pushed back, sadly. It's
Aw.
been painted. This is a bad running joke. Y'all got to do better. No, this weekend I got to drive the race car Tesla at Mountain Pass Performance on.
Oh, yeah, on
Friday
Friday,
on
right?
TMP.
Did you crash it?
No,
Be
but
honest.
It felt like I could have. It's way too fast. It's friggin' stupid. And we have like the party box turned on, so there's like no traction control, no stability control, none of that like stuff you can't turn off on a Tesla without the proper coating and all
Or
the fun
pulling
stuff.
the ABS sensor in the front right wheel?
It still has like, well, we had ABS because ABS is good.
If you
but-
pull the ABS sensor, you have no ABS, no power steering, no traction
oh,
control,
okay,
no
so the
ABS.
things you actually want. we didn't have.
It's like
No.
a full on like analog vehicle.
I'll take our method over that.
I've done a
And
standing
I,
burnout. in it.
I definitely smashed my personal lap time around Cayuga by like
Nice.
How
A
are the
lot.
brakes?
We have our own race brakes on it. I don't know what like OE
OE brakes are
Tesla
pretty good on
brakes.
them.
They're like good enough to stop a really heavy vehicle. That
But
moves
like,
too fast.
did you feel like brake fade at all? Because I assume with like going
No.
that fast and slowing down constantly.
I only did a few laps, and our brakes are like really like we use race brakes. It's not like street pads that are
Yeah.
better. It's like for motorsport use race.
A Model
brakes.
3 at its heaviest is 4,000 pounds though.
Yeah, it's a pretty heavy vehicle.
Yeah.
That's like not bad.
It's like an
considering-
SUV of non-EV.
But-
Yeah, fair.
yeah, I could see the
Right.
brake wear, add up
Yeah.
over time.
I bet if you left me out there all day, I would kill those brakes.
I'd say, like,
over
maybe,
time.
like,
or
two
like
or
wear
three-
them down
2 or
pretty
3
heavily. But we had like
laps.
fresh brakes on it, brand new race tires. We were testing some Tempesta P1 or something like that.
Oh yeah,
It
yeah,
was like-
V Tour.
Yeah, V-Tour tires.
I love V Tour. V
Which
Tour
people are
Tempesta
like preaching the gospel of this tire company. They're all right.
I love V Tour Tempesta. V Tour Tempesta Enzos are what I run on the front. My steers for
Is
my
that your
drift car.
grippy tire?
It made the world of difference. Like
That's crazy.
I've
That's-
had so many people come to me with like other brands, and like I'll like at a drift event I'll borrow their wheels and just put them on and get a feel for them. Like a lot of people run Velinos generally, V-Tour is like the exact same tread pattern, the exact same design, the exact same tread wear, just half the cost.
Oh, is it cheaper? I don't know what the price
It
was,
is
so.
cheaper. It's like one of the best bang for your buck.
Oh,
entry-
okay, so that's why
entry
people
level.
As a
singing
normal
their
human
praises.
who likes actually good tires that aren't made in weird places by weird people I don't wear out, I run Toyos.
All right, man's got money, and he's just
Well, R1Rs aren't that expensive.
listen for the working man out here.
Yeah, they were good enough. It was weird running like a 305 tire. We put like the biggest tire possible.
You
on
can
the
fit a
Tesla.
305 on a stock Model 3.
with camber, yes. And it was
Was
it
that
fast.
nine
It was,
and a
stupidly
half or
fast.
10 in?
I think it would be better at a lower size because there's some like almost like like it's walking around on the tire. It's so wide.
Oh,
That, yeah. All in all, very fun. I was not totally sold on like EVs for track use personally. Like I would so do it. It is
Do you guys have
so
stock seats in that?
yeah,
fast.
yeah. I was about to ask, like, do you have a bucket or no?
That is a stock seat in that one. Yes.
The Model 3s are like their seats.
We
are
make a
pretty
thing
decent.
that you can like put bucket seats in. Like it's hard in a
Bracket,
Tesla.
rails?
You can't just like go like my 240 or your car and just like slap a racing bucket in because they have all these things that the car does based on if you're sitting in the seat.
Yeah.
So we have to have harnesses made that like hook up to the seat
Like a
pressure sensor and
piggyback
then send
sort
you a
of thing.
seat pressure sensor to put under your bucket seat because if you get out of it, it puts the car in park. So if you don't have that hooked up,
Yeah.
the car won't want to be in drive.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's this whole thing.
I
Teslas
don't
are
even
weird.
have a radio in my car.
Wait, I think we already had a viewer submission of a Tesla, and he had racing seats.
Yeah, so he would have to do what we sell or what other guys might do is just like make your own harness, make a seat pressure thing, and then it has to like still coincide because if you don't have it, the car just doesn't like it.
Damn, that's a lot of work. Leave it to Tesla owners to figure that out, though.
Speaking of a lot of work, you did body work this weekend.
Yeah, no,
I don't envy
man, I'm so close. I'm so giddy. Like, okay, so I got the full car primered up, and this is the first time since I've ever owned a car where every body panel has been the same color.
Primer.
It's primer, but like holy crap, it just made me feel like the last 2 years or 3 years that I've been like working on this car, like the vision's finally coming together, and I
Nice.
was like,
That's a good
I
feeling.
could take like a sigh, like a relief, and
Your wallet cannot.
yeah, no, it's adding up.
RIP.
Like I had to make so many trips to the store this weekend on primer because I'd be like, oh no, one can's enough. I don't need that much. And then I'd go back, and the guy's like, hey, you're back. And I was like, yeah, I just need another can.
The walk of shame.
Yeah, literally.
Like,
And then I went there like 3 times on Sunday getting another can. He's like, yo, you should have just bought 2. But it's like $35 a can, and I was like, let me see if this is
Bro's
enough.
pinching pennies trying to paint his Lexus.
It's a drift car.
That's
It's a budget car.
By the way, right now he's saying, "Oh my God, it's gonna look so good when he gets out of the paint booth." He's gonna be like, "Yeah, it's a drift car. I didn't really care about it."
Yeah,
We've seen this. Julia has purchased a new vehicle.
I did.
You got a new car?
Like
To
just
replace
like
the Genesis.
No, just like a beater. A little
Oh,
beater.
what's the beater?
Oh wow, thank you. It's a Ford Escape.
Oh well, that's
An old one. An
Somehow
old
still
one.
better. Somehow still better
Is
than
this
the
the winter
Genesis.
beater?
Hey, it's a winter beater. Okay, she's very reliable.
Buying your winter beater in spring is crazy for
Well, it's the perfect time
you know what? That
because
is a
it's
good time
cheap.
to buy it. Yeah, that's fair.
It is, yeah. No, a lot of people don't have space.
You
should've
should
bought
store
it
it
on
at the
240.
at the place, or do you have to
Sorry?
like put it in a storage?
I was
lot?
gonna go like street parking.
Oh, okay.
You should have bought
Yeah.
Adam's Q40 as your winter beater, his old one, because you would save a lot of money
It's
on
pretty
gas.
cheap. It's not a good winter beater by any means.
You'd save a lot of money on gas.
Because it's just a rolling
Because it's a
shell.
rolling shell.
Funny.
You're so funny.
Yeah, just put like a shitty engine in it.
But yeah.
Like
No,
SR
but you know what you could do with Adam's 240?
What?
You could drift.
Sell it.
And maybe one day a little girl like you could end up at
this is a hard John
Formula
segue.
Drift.
Oh my god.
I knew it was a hard John segue.
I'm ahead
from
out
when
now.
he started talking.
Yeah, I gotta go. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah. Bye, everybody. Give me a second, because Google decided to sign me out mid-podcast. And I can't
Go
see
ahead,
the-
sir.
I don't know. You guys hated on my segue.
No, now we need to
Please.
know what the hell are you talking about.
I know what we're talking
I know
about.
what we're talking
So,
about.
what happened this past weekend?
There was a big event
Yeah.
that was really cool. FD Formula Drift.
Formula
Yes.
Drift.
First
X
ever.
Gridlife.
First ever
Nice.
collaborative
No,
Gridlife. and
Collaboration.
What a great collab.
this
wrote
is
it
a
down.
massive show. Like, from everything we heard, and saw over the weekend, it
Need to be.
was raining.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was not the best weather. Like, in a lot of these clips, you'll see, oh, that's a sick
Did Adam LZ crash his car?
No, but he
What?
did have a lot of fans. There was one run.
Mhm.
I think it was the preliminaries on Friday. Adam LZ was doing his routine, and then I think that he was against Frederico, and he passed Frederico in the chase, and then Frederico comes back in front of him, and it was like
What the hell?
the coolest thing. Like,
Rodrigo being the Ferrari?
yes,
Wow.
Do you want to hear a fun Formula Drift fact about Adam LZ? His first ever Formula Drift win was at the Tuning 365 show at Formula Drift, New Jersey.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Ayy.
The first
I
one. That
remember
was
that, yeah.
crazy. That
Yeah,
was
this
like
looks
the
like such
craziest
a-
driving I've seen.
This is like the perfect event. You get the after hours fun and nonsense of Gridlife and some like really fun time attack stuff. Like people bring really cool cars to Gridlife, especially in Unlimited, because there's kind of like very little binding rules for what you can drive.
You said cool cars. There's a Subaru on the camera.
And then you also get the fun time of Formula Drift. But yeah, sadly the weather wasn't perfect. But what can you do? It's Road Atlanta. This is
Yeah.
one we were supposed to be at. Sadly, I was supposed to be there. This was going to be like our first outing with MPP racing in Unlimited, and we were going to be here for this whole like ordeal. And I would have loved to capture some stuff for Pass Mag, but we don't have an engine yet. Sad, sad.
That's a pretty well. You still could have brought the car and raced it. You just wouldn't have been competitive
We'd
by
push
any
it.
means.
Test our DRS by hand.
Speaking of that, we have somebody who has attended that event.
We have the homie Merrick again.
The homie Merrick.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, are you with us?
See some cool cars.
Not yet.
Hello?
Yo,
Hey.
what up,
Yo.
dude?
Hey,
How's it going,
there
man?
we go. It's going, man.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I'm a little stuffed up. I still have tire smoke and tire pieces in my nose right now
I believe it.
because
it's,
of the
it's
crazy
action-packed.
event this weekend.
So how was it, man? Give us the rundown from the whole
It
weekend.
was wet,
Mhm.
and then it was hot for a second,
Oof.
and then it was more wet.
Oh no.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a
Humid.
good time. Worth it though. Worth it. I've done Formula Drift a few years, but this is by far the wettest I've ever been.
So how massive was the event?
It was huge. With Gridlife being there, and then of course Formula Drift being there, it was packed. Like, and what was amazing was all the people that stayed, even though it was pouring down rain.
Yeah, we see a ton of
Remember.
umbrellas there in the crowd. Everyone's kind of
Yeah,
huddled.
they were there. Like the diehards were out there, man. Like they didn't care. They were there to see some drifting and some racing, and
That's
and
awesome.
they
Good
were
day to
there.
be
They
an
showed
umbrella
up for real.
salesman.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love especially watching this, but I don't know, man. I don't think I could spend a whole day just being soaked and then just
I get
sitting
that.
Worth
outside.
it.
Yeah.
You know, I do it for you guys. You know that?
This is why we
appreciate
love you. You know that.
So was there any like specific thing at this event that like really stood out, or was the whole event as a whole like just very good?
Well, on the Gridlife side, obviously they did the full course drift, which I think is the first time ever that's happened, and that was really cool to see these guys drift an entire iconic track like Road
Hell
Atlanta.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was really cool. T-Pain was out there
Yeah.
Nice.
drifting in his new RTR that he had made. It's a convertible.
Right.
Worst time to have a convertible though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's pretty gangster
No
though.
kidding.
Yeah.
That's sick.
I heard there was some pretty decent crashes too, like a lot.
There was some decent crashes. Jack Shanahan absolutely boofed it into the wall. I
Hard on.
unfortunately didn't get any footage of that because I usually only record from a certain point. It's usually after the first initiation because I'm shooting 120 frames a second slow-mo. So, but I didn't get that one. And then there is a video that's in here where Ryan Turk booped Castro in the butt right on initiation. There's that one. Prospect, there were a lot of crashes.
Yeah, that's the ones I was thinking of. Prospect was a bit of a catastrophe for some of the drivers.
There's also something else big that happened this
Ferris
weekend at
lost his Corvette.
Gridlife. It was his birthday.
Woo!
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Happy
right.
belated.
Well, happy belated, dude.
Oh, happy belated.
Oh,
was
thank
fun.
you guys. I appreciate that.
And,
Yeah, it was a crazy wet birthday.
and James Dean won on his birthday.
And James Dean won on my birthday, which
Yes.
was super cool because that's my boy.
That's awesome.
We went to the RTR celebration earlier this year, and I have pictures that I took at FD Atlanta like 2 years ago, and he ended up signing it. So that was
That's awesome.
that was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I got to do an interview with him for Pennzoil. So yeah, so
Ooh.
James Dean and I have been around. We've
That's
been
awesome,
around. But speaking of that, if you guys are watching the Osbo Dean stuff right
Yeah,
here,
we
that
are.
was with one more time.
I was about to
6,
say, I heard this kept going.
battles. It was insane. It was absolutely insane.
It was like perfect driving from both of them. It was,
In the wet, too. I
I
think
mean,
it's more
it's hard
cool.
to pick. I mean, I get it. I get the 2 one more times. But what was insane was that they brought them down beforehand. They're over here doing burnouts and doing celebratory stuff, and then they get parked, and then everybody walks over. What's crazy is because as the media people, we were already down on the track, ready to capture the rest of the media stuff, right? And then they were like, "All right, go back. It's a one more time." Everybody's like, "What?"
That's awesome.
But 3 battles, yeah, those were the highlights. I mean, these guys are the best at what they do, especially in the wet weather. The other notable battle, I think it's already ran on the video, but the James Dean and the Vaughn Gittin Jr.
Yep.
Run was spectacular. It was so cool to see in person. I mean, Vaughn is just an absolute animal. An absolute animal.
damn. I don't know if you were able to catch on the Friday the Frederico and Adam LZ. Were you able
Yeah,
to see that?
it was in the video. It was in the video submission I sent in to you guys. It's in there.
Oh shoot! Yeah.
But I only got the Adam LZ part
Oh.
because I was like, okay, well, there's the thing. I was like, there's no coming back from that. So I stopped recording, and then sure
Oh.
enough, here comes Federico.
Yeah, dude,
and
that
I'm
was
like, man.
that was
Of
such a cool
course.
run to watch. I was just like, wow. That
It was
so cool.
insane in person. The crowd was going crazy.
Yeah. Because I was watching the broadcast, and it turns to the crowd. Everyone's jumping up, throwing their hats on the ground. Like it was so cool.
It was a madhouse out there, and then of course we had we had Team Rowdy behind us, and those guys, they always go nuts. They go really crazy out there. In the rain, nobody cared. It was kind of really cool to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's the James
So,
Dean victory right there.
What a
Really-
cute moment.
Yeah. Very.
Oh,
wholesome.
shout out to my boy Corey Talaska. That guy for Prospec. He won the Prospec event.
Oh, hell yeah.
He rides for Yellow Speed, and that's who sent me to FD for the last 3-4 years, and
Ooh.
he's the only Yellow Speed driver left.
Oh, that's wicked.
Forrest Wang's gone.
Car looks pretty
Kazoya's
good, too.
gone. Taylor Hull doesn't do it anymore. So it was really cool to see Yellow Speed at the top of the podium.
That's cool.
I like the look of his car. Need more cool
Yeah, it's
drift car liveries.
Super hot boy.
Less
shiny.
NASCAR-y.
Yeah.
But hell yeah, this flaming shot with the RTR car is so cool.
Dude, the
Yeah.
fire. Yeah, that was insane. And that was during practice. That was right before he had to go do his seating bracket battle. So they were all scrambling trying to figure out what to do, but I mean, those guys at RTR, they don't mess around.
Yeah, no kidding.
But look at that. Look how close dude, he doesn't care. He's on that door.
Dude, this is a awesome series of videos you sent us. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, insanely
Thank you.
impressive.
Well,
Is this stuff on
if,
our
you know,
website
if
yet?
you guys didn't rush me so much, you would have had more.
We brought you a cake.
Oh, yeah? Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate that.
Oh wait, you gotta hold it up for the camera. Hold it up
Wait,
right
wait.
next to it, right
I
next
don't
to
want to
it.
drop it.
He's gonna
Yay.
drop it.
Oh, look at that. Oh,
It's a
guys, all right,
heart.
well, eat it for me, yeah?
Yeah, we will. Don't worry.
We'll send you a piece in the mail.
Okay, all right. I appreciate that.
Merrick, thanks a lot for calling in and for sending us that, man. We really appreciate it. Good to have
Of course, man.
on
Wish
the-
you guys could have been there. It was,
on the
it was
ground
awesome.
look. I'm sad I wasn't there, but next year.
Next
I'll
year.
be there.
Next year.
Next year, unless you guys don't have an engine again.
He'll
No,
probably
never
have
again.
another 240 to paint.
Yeah, he'll be on his fourth green 240 by then. Like I swear, this is the
With
last
any
one,
luck.
guys. It's slightly cleaner.
No
Yeah, ready
rust.
for prospecting.
Yeah, basically.
All right, brother. We'll see you on your next birthday for sure.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, see you later, man.
Bye.
Oh,
Sorry, I had to take a 1-minute hiatus.
I had to go get
That's
the
okay.
cake.
It's important.
Yeah.
So the rest of the episode, we got features.
Cars,
Ooh.
cars, cars.
We have some new stuff. You guys have been submitting constantly. You know, I kind of expect it to slow down.
No. We have some old cars, some new cars. I'm making all of this up because I don't know what cars are coming out.
I was
They're
gonna
all
say I have
surprise.
no clue.
I have
There's
no
not even a
idea.
hint in the run sheet here. It's
I
just
see a
like
name
one
of somebody
name,
named Dale.
2 name.
I know someone named Dale.
Listen,
gonna
I know
go
somebody named Dale too.
one
His
by
car's
one.
I'm
not
just
that
gonna say
interesting.
one thing. I did have to get the images.
Harjon knows all the cars.
And
I do know this car.
What
Whoa!
the hell?
He was in
Whoa.
TBG last year, or
I
this
like
year
it.
and last year.
Wait, I like those 4 spokes. Wow.
What the hell?
I
is
like the
going on
aggressive
here?
like eyelid hood. That's
It's called a Bozer hood.
you bozer.
It's a Volkswagen thing.
What did you call me, you bozer?
It's a Volkswagen thing.
That is weird.
Wow, I
It
quite
looks
like
so
this.
mean.
Wait, what? Team Elevate? Who would have thought?
Whoa, that's a custom steering wheel. That's
I like the red with that interior color.
hmm
Oh, I need to read.
Yeah,
more
with the
about this.
orange.
I'm digging
Oh,
in.
here we go.
a sick wide body, man.
Oh, those are the Euro tail lights too. I know a lot about Fiat 500s. Don't ask.
Ooh, I wish the wide body in the back had a mesh.
I like the exposed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like.
I was
the-
gonna say I like the exposed too. That's a crazy trunk.
What is
Caged
happening
500.
with the headlight?
It's the
business.
Bozer hood, like on Volkswagen Mark IV people.
But is there a second headlight?
Oh, that's factory. It's like Jeeps also as well. Also made by
Oh.
Fiat.
What?
Oh, I guess that's the turn
Jeep.
signal.
No, that's the DRL.
This thing must be so fun to drive.
What the hell?
What the hell?
That's 230
What the
horsepower.
hell?
That's a lot for a little car like that.
Yo,
Yeah.
why does a body kit kind of look like Yusuf's body kit? The front fender is just giving me.
Yeah,
Yusuf.
actually a
Oh,
little bit.
inside.
Yeah,
I
that's
see the
true.
little
That's
triangle on
true.
the
The
bumper.
little,
yeah.
yeah.
No, fair play.
I see it.
It's insulting Dale here.
Insulting to Dale. Yeah.
Yo, what a weird. I'm looking through the mods right now. Alfa Romeo 4C coil packs.
Yo,
Alright.
that shifter looks sick.
That's gangster.
That is sick.
Ooh, Dale, are you with us? Dale,
With
Dale.
with you.
Yo,
Hey,
what's up,
Wow.
Dale,
man?
how's
So,
it
like,
going, man?
For instance, the Alpha 4C coil packs, you have to, in the Fiat world, you have to be creative, and because we don't have a ton of aftermarket support, so actually the Alpha 4C they're made by Bosch instead of I can't remember what the factory ones are, but it's just a better coil pack as far as you don't get that high RPM detonation that you do with the factory coil packs.
That makes
Jeez.
sense.
Damn.
So, pretty much everything that you're seeing is done myself.
Wow.
I didn't do the paint work, but like everything else pretty much is where I've worked from in my tiny little garage.
That's awesome.
Liberty Walk. Kit?
So,
What?
what made you decide to start with this platform? Is this something that you had stock as a daily, then loved it, or is this something that you wanted to do a build on? Like, what was the inspiration?
So I've always been a small car guy, small car turbocharged, and when Fiat came back to the U.S., I was like, yeah, definitely gonna do the Abarth. So I bought one, and I bought this one in 2013, and I've had it for a long time. But it's morphed over the past 12 years. It had gold wheels with a stock body. I ran a Marlboro with a big wing in the back for a couple years with the Autostrada Modena Ferrari wheels. But this is kind of the latest version that we're going
What?
with. And
This had Ferrari wheels on it.
Yeah, I remember
That's so
the
much cooler.
version before this because I think you did TBG last year with it, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I
Yep.
do remember. I mean, I'm a bigger fan of this version of it.
I like the
I think-
Euro.
I
I
think
like
you've
the
done a
Euro
good
tails.
job.
Not many people
Yeah.
do that.
Well, I'm looking up the TBG one because I want to see it. Oh my god, the
Mhm.
Ferrari wheels are so sick.
Oh, did you also do the interior yourself? Like,
Yeah.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So it is. They're Braum seats, and I got extra leather from Braum and did the dash and behind the shifter, the door cards, and then
Oh.
basically also the sub boxes wrapped in that leather, and yeah, just whatever. I know this is way beyond OEM plus, but I've always felt like I always wanted to do things that made it look like, okay, I could see that this is the way they would do it from the factory, but obviously it's gone too far at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, the Ferrari wheels were really cool. Wow.
Yeah.
Right? I just had to look those up. Just
Yeah,
to
I
see.
just found
I like
them
the
too.
5-spoke look.
Yeah, but that's such a cool idea. Like reaching out directly to Braum and being like, "Hey, this leather option you have for these seats, can I have some more of it?" Like that's. I never thought of that.
It's a very well executed build.
So what made you
Extremely well.
switch from the Ferrari wheels and stuff? Were you looking just to change
Just to
things up?
change, honestly, clutch wheels, I talked to them. I've always kind of wanted to go that 4-spoke route just because I thought it looked really slick. Don't get me wrong, those Ferrari wheels aren't going anywhere. They're sitting in the garage
Hell
ready
yeah.
to go back on at some point. But yeah, I mean, Clutch had a good idea with the 4 spokes, and I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. So it's like a costume, right? The car's going to change every couple years, and this is the latest.
I just really like this build as a whole. Like, it's very aesthetically pleasing. I think that's the best way to put it.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, it is fun. I like how we're slowly accumulating more weird stuff. There's like a weird stuff issue might be real. Just like looking at the board of stuff that's already there. That little
The Scion.
Austin Scion.
We
thing,
need that. We need that
and
Scion
the
somewhere.
Lincoln. Like there's so
And
many.
Probably
so
the one
many good choices.
other thing I would say is
What?
I've pretty much gone with the big dollar parts, like not being a baller on this, but I wanted to do the best. So like when CAE came out with that shifter, I was like, that's the shifter I want. And yeah, it's expensive, but that's why it's kind of taken 10 years. It's got a super sprint exhaust that was all handmade, expensive at the time.
Right.
And then I never said I was going to do wide body, but then when Liberty Walk said they were doing the Fiat, I was like, dude, I got to do it.
It's made for you.
Yeah.
No one else is going to do. No
Hell
one
yeah.
else is going to do a Fiat wide body. So let's make it happen. So I actually ordered the kit before they even debuted it at Tokyo Auto Salon. So I had my
Damn.
order in December 28th, and they debuted it on January 6th or something like
That is
that.
wild.
It's awesome.
I wish you kept the Ferrari wheels, if I'm being honest, but you know, to each their own. It still looks fun. Also,
Yeah.
230 horsepower in a small car.
Yeah, Dale, how tall are you? 7 foot or?
He's 7 foot,
Taller?
400
Yeah.
pounds.
No, not quite.
Yeah.
I'm just tall enough. My feet reach the ground.
I mean, yeah. I think it's pretty easy to say for this one.
Pretty easy.
Yeah,
one,
take it
yeah.
away, Harjon.
Yep.
Just made this guy's week right here.
So unfortunate. No, I'm kidding. No, this thing is really cool. The attention to detail is also really cool, and everything kind of fits one another. Like nothing's out
Bam.
of place.
Bam, look at it.
Ooh.
Yo, Dale, do me a favor. Throw those Ferrari wheels back on for the future.
Yes, I agree with that.
No, they'll be back on. They'll be back on. When I went to the wide body, I had to run spacers on them, so I'm going to rebuild those Ferrari wheels
Hell
at the right
yeah.
spec.
Hell
So,
yeah. Big round of
Yay.
applause.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
Dale, thanks for submitting and for calling in, man.
Yeah,
We
thanks for your
appreciate
time.
you. We appreciate you making
right, thank
something
you very
weird
much,
and
guys.
fun.
Thank
we
you.
like weird and fun.
Thank you.
I love to.
Thanks.
Oh. Yeah.
What'd you love, Julia?
I was gonna say I love to see like people that I recognize from TBG, and I'm like, oh, I know them, and then like to see like the transition of like how their cars
Hell
look
yeah.
now. It's a cool
It's-
little thing to see.
It's also nice finally seeing a Fiat that's been modded not to look like the Play School.
True. Yeah.
I like when people do really good builds on cars that aren't easy to do really good builds on because of the aftermarket
Because
support.
there's no
Because
aftermarket.
not only does it show that you have good taste, but you also like push that extra level. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like Harjon, exactly what you didn't do on your Lexus with the stupid Evo wing.
Ha 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 ha. Actually, it looks freaking sick.
Well, maybe that's what you think.
Oh, guys.
I'm sure you think that.
Gosh, that looks so cool.
I hope you have another trunk without wing holes in it for when you decide.
No,
it
listen,
looks
this
terrible.
trunk has like 8 holes in it.
That's crazy.
Oh,
Lexus
geez.
IS trunks are like $18 and 2 blueberries on the Facebook Marketplace.
Drill.
Comes with a Lexus.
Free at the junkyard.
Comes with a Lexus.
Oh my god.
So we
Whoa.
just got jump scared by a Hyundai
Wait, is that a Genesis that's actually tasteful?
Genesis Sedan.
Ha ha ha!
good.
You're so funny. You're so.
That's pretty good. Not gonna lie.
I like the brown.
Is that
I like this color,
Is
yeah,
this
it's very cool.
an aim gain front bumper?
That's a
It looks aim gainy.
that's a big.
Those are the
big
aim gain
10-4.
fog lights that you see on a bunch of Lexus.
BRZs too.
Yeah.
Hold on, bust out the spec list for you.
We're gonna let
coming.
Julia take the lead on this one as our in-house Genesis expert.
I mean, I don't have the same Genesis as
Well,
this.
they're all the same.
This is the
No,
old
they're not.
5.0.
The Genesis.
It has a big engine.
They're all
Yeah?
the same.
What do we got?
Oh, that's cool. So the first thing I saw when I opened the spec list is that they're taking inspiration from like different styles. So they like the VIP scene, they like
Mhm.
lowriders, they like donks. So I can kind of see all of that.
I can see
Where
that
do
a
you
lot.
see
In the,
donk? I'm actually curious.
well, in the wheels,
big
no.
wheels, but
yeah.
not big enough.
I'm looking
Those are like
for.
pretty average size.
Oh, everything
for
got
that.
really loud in the headphones all of a sudden. I don't know
Sorry.
if
Aye,
you were listening.
I'm looking for the lowrider
Sorry, audience.
inspiration.
So I must have bumped into
I'm
a
looking for
knob.
the donk inspiration.
It's the wheels, though.
This,
Yeah, the
those
wheel
are
style.
not donk
That-
wheels.
Yeah, they're definitely not donk wheels.
But
But
it's
also,
like-
you're not going to make a donk out of this car. So
If anybody that doesn't know what
Fair.
a donk is, Google it.
Yeah, but like I
Real
feel like
quick.
donk and lowrider are almost like polar
No.
opposites. Like lowrider, you're going for
Donk
small,
is a certain
tiny
kind of
wheels.
car.
I thought that those wheels
Donks
are
are-
like.
Donk is a 76.
Donks is
70
a-
to 76 Impala.
Yeah, but it's like the
It's
style
like-
of the wheel.
No, that's a donk is a 70 to 76
you guys keep
Impala
your
with
voice
massive
down. My
wheels.
ears hurt. This is
Okay, hold man,
crazy.
relax.
It's
Or you're still
blasting.
ringing from both of the wars.
Yes.
Jesus.
Oh my
bro.
god. Oh look at the.
I'll find out the information, Harjon.
the
Oh,
details
the wheels are,
inside.
are
That's
those
really
work
sick.
mixes?
No. No, the spokes are not close enough. to
Original respect wide body.
I'm definitely getting
Whoa.
VIP.
The wheels are.
That's a
all
crazy
engraved.
quarter piece. I don't love the
Ooh.
fact that the body lines are gone. Hexagon.
I do like the
fibers,
honeycomb.
I
swag.
love.
I love all these details here.
engraved stuff. Cool.
Well, lucky for you
Yeah.
guys.
So I was looking for the lowrider inspiration.
I was just
You,
about to say
you
the
could,
same
you could
thing.
tell all
Yeah.
the
You see it.
engraving on all the whole.
Yeah.
My God, I will say that's like my favorite thing about lowriders.
Yeah, I
well,
think it's.
We have the owner of this vehicle on the phone, and we can talk to them.
Freddy.
What's going on, guys?
What's
Hey.
up, dude?
You are inarguably the first Genesis owner to make a tasteful build.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Goddamn.
No, this thing is
Appreciate
awesome.
it,
It's
guys.
really nice. I love the faded carbon on the hood
Oh yeah, I just
and the wing.
That is cool.
that must have been
Well
like
done.
airbrushed or something.
Yeah, I
right?
like all the carbon work and the engraved
I think
stuff.
that was done by paint. He was able to freehand
Oh,
like overspray kind of like idea.
jeez.
A lot of G4 Works branding on here. Is that your company?
Yeah, that's my company.
I
That's
know
across the platform.
I was like, I know this name, and I'm like, I'm seeing a lot of G4 Works.
We're pretty good. We're pretty big with the Genesis Coupe community.
Yeah, I bought a steering wheel from you guys a couple of years ago.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh wow, cool.
So she's financially the reason the hood is airbrushed.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you.
Appreciate that. Man. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
No, this thing is really.
It's
well
insane.
done.
It's like
Oh, even the trunk hinges. Geez.
yeah, you really can't find anything that hasn't been done like improperly. Like the trunk setup is 10 out of 10.
Well, everything's been touched, but everything's been touched like very well, like to like a very high standard.
Pause.
And
A joke.
usually when
Christ,
people
Harjon.
do,
Oh, I'm muted.
usually when people do a build to this
audio
level,
install's
it
crazy.
becomes tacky at some point. But this was like, everything just looks good on it.
Mm-hmm.
It still gives that OEM plus vibe.
It does. It does. I love that the interior is like OEM plus plus.
And the honeycomb all over.
Yeah.
Jeez.
This is like just really nice.
Are you still with us?
No, I
Yeah,
have
I'm
no
still here.
idea.
Oh, okay.
Dude, this is like not a bad cabin to be in. Like a lot of these show cars, like a lot of things that they'll do inside the cabin are not really things that you can technically live with. Like, oh, don't touch that too much. Like, you know.
Yeah, when they have the chandelier and then you
Or-
have
or like-
champagne bottles in the back. Like,
Or
bro,
like, yeah, you actually use like those drink holders for a drink.
Imagine
Yeah.
getting pulled over with the champagne bottle in the middle of the
Oh my
thing. You have to
gosh,
explain
yeah.
to
It's
the
like
cop.
half empty.
Yeah.
Oh, look, more
Whoa.
cool details.
Oh yeah, see,
So that's where the
there's-
lowrider thing came at with the engravings and the gold
Yeah.
leafing. That's where that inspiration came from.
I have to
Yeah.
ask, where's the donk inspiration?
So more of it is most of the color combination with the interior and the outside color.
Oh, true.
Right now the car is going through the whole interior being one color. So the color of the seats is going to be the whole interior of the car. And if you look at the donk community, it's mostly an interior exterior color combination on top of the big wheels, but OEM kind of plus a little stuff done here and there. Nothing really changes dramatically, but it's still dramatic by the the color combination.
That's awesome.
Jeez.
So, Julia, our in-house Genesis specialist, who
Yeah,
wants
I
a
think you're gonna
discount
do
code?
the honors.
Who wants a discount code?
So
Or-
I did hear you ask the body kit. So we work with a company in Korea, Original Respect, but the body kit is on a aim game and a job design. So if you were to now go on Job Design's website, you're able to purchase everything but the quarter panels, the front bumper, the rear bumper, side skirts came from an LS 460. So
Whoa.
that's where the mold came from. The aim game is the fenders. So if you look at an LS 460
Yeah.
aim game kit, that's where the fenders came in at. So they were able to get permission from Job Design to produce the body kit to fit the sedan we have now. So I was the first one in the US, and it's about maybe 3 or 4 in Korea.
That's crazy.
That's sick. Yeah, I knew I recognized those fog lights as soon as I saw them. And I was-
They look like the the Lexus 2IS aim game for
yeah,
bumper.
yeah. And it's so cool that it was mocked off of that exact bumper. So, like you could see the inspiration on the rear bumper too now, and I think it's really really well done.
Yeah.
And and I had a question: is your air freshener, is that also like engraved?
Right, yeah. So the holder. So
Yeah.
you can buy a regular tree air freshener, and you pop it in, and that's the holder. It's a
Wait,
metal engraved
what?
That's crazy.
My man made his own Bath and Body Works.
holder. That's a little details, and I want to
engraving
keep
is
the
crazy.
theme throughout the whole car.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that's
all the
awesome.
engraving matches, and I think that is, that's such
Especially
a
something so
nice-
simple like an air freshener. Like, you don't want it to be like super out of place, so you customize something to make it look like it fits.
That's so cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a yes.
Yeah, I'm a yes.
Yeah.
I
Of
appreciate
course.
good builds.
Yes,
We've got a
absolutely.
VIP issue probably likely coming up in the near future. And I'd say
First,
this is right
Probably
at home.
likely coming up in the near future is the most arbitrary thing I've ever heard somebody say. It's
Yeah,
very-
welcome to Pass Meg, buddy.
Is this the first Genesis that everyone at the table loves?
Wow. Come
You
on,
know what? I'm
guys.
gonna be the unpopular opinion. No, this thing is awesome, dude. How many hours of engraving?
I believe so. The engraving was done by 2 different companies, and I want to say the wheels alone took about 3 months. If I add everything all together, we're talking about maybe 7 or 8 months for all the engraving.
That's insane.
Wow.
Well, the work
It's
pays
about a
off,
3-year
man.
build.
It looks nice.
That's awesome.
Looks really
This is
nice.
worth
I'm
it.
a big fan of engraved shiny stuff. So you throw that on a car, you already have my attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're just a bunch of fishes here at Pass Mag.
Birds, actually.
Yeah.
And I can't afford a lowrider. You know what I mean? So I just take bits and pieces. I can't afford a $200,000 dunk, $200,000 Impala lowrider. So I just take little aspects. And just,
I feel I can't even afford a $100 model of the lowrider. So
It's too expensive.
Oh, Freddie, hell yeah, man! Thank you for calling in and showing us this.
Hey, thank
This is
you.
pretty
Appreciate
wicked.
it.
And
Yes.
yeah, we'll be in touch, man.
we'll talk.
Appreciate
No
you.
problem.
Thank you so
Have a
much.
good day.
See you later, man.
Thanks, dude.
This is like 2 platforms in a row where it's like, there's not a lot of aftermarket.
They're
There's not
under-
a lot to go around.
They're 2 underappreciated platforms that are like just like pretty good cars, and clearly they did them really well. So hats off to you two.
Oh yeah.
There's
know
no
what?
way we can have a third one.
I
that's
think
good.
that's been a common trend where whenever someone submits a car that hasn't really had a lot of like popularity or aftermarket support, you really see them actually like do it pretty well. I don't think we've had a car that doesn't have a lot of aftermarket support that's been just like done horribly.
I mean, they wouldn't submit probably because it's like you can't really do
I mean,
anything if you don't
also-
put the time and the
yeah,
effort
very
in.
true.
And
Yeah.
all of our YouTube comments are showing different small parts of the car that correspond to like the lowrider theme, the donk theme, etc., which is pretty cool. People notice like the engraving is definitely lowrider style, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Good catches on that part.
Non-traditional cars or non-traditional lowrider cars being styled like lowriders is a big hell yeah for me. I don't know if you guys
Yeah, I
remember
agree.
that. You've probably seen it, Yusuf. There's like an S13 coupe that went viral for being a lowrider.
Yep.
It was on like mags and like all engraved and everything.
Yeah.
Like super obscure, but looked really cool. If you like what you see out there, guys, hit that like button on your little on the YouTube there. Help the cause. Help the guys show your support for what they're doing out here. And of
BRB
course,
going to
we have
g4works.com.
oh snap! Another S2000.
Whoa, this
HKS.
We love it.
Whoa, I've never seen an S2000 build in this style before.
Like at RG2s maybe possibly.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like the valve cover.
Those
That's
taillights
cool.
look like something, but I can't put my finger on it.
Tesla.
No.
Yeah.
They do look like a Model
They-
Y.
they-
Yeah,
they
kinda,
look- they're
yeah.
looking
Those are
like
model.
that.
Those are Model Y.
Those are
taillights.
Tesla taillights to me.
Yes, but
Those
that's
are
not
Model
what I
Y
was
taillights,
after.
dude.
Do the engine cover the gradient, green to yellow, baller.
Oh,
Is
interesting.
this man from Brazil? Ooh, maybe.
Come to Brazil.
Or is it banana? Stages of ripeness.
Dude,
Stages brightest.
I like this paint.
Oh, that's interesting.
Ooh, look at those brakes.
Nice, healthy 400
Is that
horsepower.
a ripe banana?
Oh my god, this thing is so built. I just
400
got
hor-
to the spec
Wait, it
list.
makes
It's
400
ridiculous.
horsepower, Adam?
Yeah,
That is a reasonable and understandable number for us that we don't need proof for.
like a and when a spec list longer than others, it is massive. There's so much work into this. I feel like this is like on the verge of, when someone pulls up, it's like, yeah, it makes this much horsepower, but it's capable of X, Y, Z, and it's like five times.
Three
that.
times that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks like one of those. Like it's very well built.
The place
it's-
land shark.
It's extremely
Supercharger.
overbuilt, right?
It's a supercharger. Yeah, it's got
Oh.
all the supporting mods. Like when I say all, I mean look at
Like we're talking fuel pump to...
this is engine mods.
Whoa.
Jeez.
Is any of those spark plugs?
It's well put together. It probably is.
Yeah, what did he gap his spark plugs to so I can get his same horsepower numbers?
Some like really neat pieces, like the floating rotors front and rear are Renegade and APG collaboration rotors. Lots of spoon fun stuff.
I think this is an emotion car.
What?
Wouldn't surprise me at all. Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Harry commented in the chat. Is
Oh.
that an emotion car? I'm like, it's a, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, fabricated by Schmuck Build,
Yo,
so we
completely
Oh, yeah.
unrelated,
recognizable fab.
but I really, really love when people do the set their car on the tire sponsors.
Oh yeah.
Those little wheel chocks kind of
Thingies.
things.
Ah, yes.
It's kind of like the equivalent of like getting a fake rock for like Jeep people, but for like car guys. It's like, hey, you couldn't read my tires because I have a 20 sidewall. Like, okay, here, let me put it on.
I
this
love how
thing.
you're saying Jeep people aren't car enthusiasts. I love it.
No, I mean,
I love the slander.
but right? I think it adds like a.
Well, not really. Okay, well, we have the owner of this car on the line, though.
You guys know what the paint is? It's a Porsche paint to sample.
Wow.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's awesome.
Good color.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm not a blue car guy, but I kind of like this. This looks cool.
I like the
What
red and
color?
the blue
It's
like
not like-
contrast together.
I don't know
It's
what
nice.
it is. It's not like overly sky blue.
Another
or
Porsche
something.
touch is you can see that little fender liner apron piece in front of the front tire. That is like direct look off of a
This-
992
GT3 RS.
992 GT3 RS. Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Well, we have the owner of the car.
Yeah,
on his phone.
Marvin, are you with
man?
us?
Hey, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man,
Yes.
this is pretty sick, dude. This is
Thank you.
a very elaborate spec list. I've just been reading through it as we look at the photos and the video. It's really nice. How long have you had the car?
I've had the car for about 7 years, I think. This is probably the 4th makeover on the car.
It shows. Oh, the
Probably
color
the
match
final.
stripe on the RG2s is a big ol' flex.
Yeah.
That's cool.
All the
I-
pilots.
I,
There's-
Um,
RG1s.
They're RG1s,
Hey.
so pretty much the blue didn't go with anything on the car, right? So I had to figure something out.
That's
so
fair.
I had a known pinstriper around me to do it. So
No way.
He did the pinstriping,
That's a really
and then
cool
I did
touch.
the decals back on it.
I thought you were gonna say I painted the car blue because of that.
No, it comes
No,
with a different blue.
It's
It's,
actually
like a bright
it's
blue.
actually green. So if you
Oh.
see it in person, it's like a tealish green color.
Wait, this car as we see it right now is like a teal green?
Yeah.
That's
the
a trip.
camera like completely changes the color of the car.
That
That's
is
cool.
weird. Although
Yeah.
I kind of get it. My older car, which was like a greenish blue, when you took pictures of it, it looked very blue.
It's the exact same car.
Yeah, so it's kind of like if you look at like Laguna Seca blue on a BMW,
Yeah.
same kind of
Yeah.
thing. Like in certain pictures it's blue, certain pictures it's teal. This is more like teal per se.
I like it, man.
Where did the inspiration come for the valve cover?
So that's a June valve cover
Oh, no
from
way.
June Auto. Yeah.
I know.
I guess they started doing F-Series valve covers recently. They never did. So as soon as they
No kidding.
came up with it, I was like, I had to jump on it and get it.
That's very sick.
I think it helps the bay pop a little bit.
Now, your engine, like block and
Yeah.
head, is like very well put together. Is it capable of more power, or is this like limited by what the supercharger can flow? 'Cause sometimes I see a build like this, and it's like an insane horsepower number, but you kept it like nice
Yeah.
and drivable, which is cool.
No, it's right around 400, and I think so. After I rebuilt it, I am running more boost now.
Okay.
And the intake manifold and the throttle body probably give me a little bit more, and I redid the piping, so I have not retuned it yet. So I don't know what it's going to be at, but I'm pretty much probably maxed out on that supercharger.
Okay,
like,
yeah, that's fair.
I'm hoping to be around like 420.
Hey, that's
420
plenty,
-ish
man.
wheels.
That's
Yeah,
like the perfect
it's-
amount of power to still be able to drive the car, you know, at its
Yeah,
at its
it's
limit and
definitely
not be in
fun.
jail.
Yeah, it's definitely fun.
Very cool, man. I like this a lot. This is like a proper S2000 for me. We have
you.
so many S2000s this year,
Mhm.
more than ever.
Yeah.
More than I can count on.
But it's like very
One
quickly
hand.
become my favorite convertible of all of them. So,
And
although this is no
you know,
longer
the
it's hard to-
whole thing with the build was to catch little attention to detail things. When you look at the car in person, you'll notice more things.
right.
It's hard to capture like on camera, but you know, all the bolts I replaced on the long block, they're all titanium. Everything on the car is
Damn.
titanium bolts.
That is crazy.
So all the interior is all done, as you can see in the photos.
I love it.
yeah,
I
don't even know
love
what
it.
to
Like
say.
it's.
I do have a word of caution with your titanium bolts in your block. Keep an eye on them and watch that they're not backing out, and watch your torque specs, because the metal of your block and the metal of titanium heat and shrink at different rates, or expand and shrink rather at different rates because of heat. And I only
Yeah.
know this because I broke a valve cover that way. So, word of caution.
Yeah, they're all torque to spec with Honda bonds, so I think
Okay,
I think I'll
sick.
be okay.
Hell yeah, that's what I should have done.
Adam Nye, the science guy.
We just need an S2000 issue at this point.
I know. I think we
We're
do.
almost. We have
SDK
enough.
NSX issue.
We have enough to fill one.
Team Emotion Edition.
Yeah.
yeah.
No
I
kidding.
mean,
We don't have enough room for that at this point. Yeah, this is killer, man. I have nothing else to say other than this is really,
you.
really good. This is what I like to see out of an S2000. It's not like a cookie cutter anything build. You have a lot of cool parts from, you know, you've sourced it from around the world. The June cover is really cool. I've never seen that.
I
on
never
F-Series.
even.
So hell yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and throw. Oh my god, Hard John, close this like the Hulk.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Calling you out,
dude,
Rich.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Julia, would you mind sticking this on the absolutely selected side over there? Oh no, I stopped over here.
Oh, wow.
How many people does it take to post up a
Bam.
picture?
Oh, that looked really cool on that angle for a second.
I do see one of the pictures on there.
Can we
Oh,
have an
you were-
issue?
you guys
Jen?
were- You guys were asking about the taillights.
Yay.
So the taillights are actually from Japan. They're custom made from a company called Car Shop Glow. I don't know if you've
Yeah,
ever heard of
those,
Okay,
those
yeah.
are car shop glow.
Hell
That's, yeah, they're
Yeah.
kind of like the FD looking. Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
that's what I was thinking they look like. They look like
Car
the-
shop glow has
the
a very
long
distinct
FD one.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. No. It gives off Tesla vibes, but I think it's Tesla stealing the look off car shop.
Yeah,
glows.
that's more likely.
I like Tesla, so
Oh, dude,
Our big Tesla lover.
this is
Well,
a big hell yeah. For
Yeah,
me, dude.
Marvin.
Hell
man,
yeah, brother.
Thank
we'll,
you.
We'll be in touch.
All right, guys.
Thanks for
Thank
calling
you.
in.
See you later, man.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
Thanks,
you.
Have a good day.
Is every episode just going to be
Yes.
winners? from
Bangers
now on?
after bangers.
Can we have some absolute garbage, please?
We
we
need
keep
to
asking
have-
for dog shit.
We need to
cars
have
and then
a
sending them.
roast podcast where
I
it's
think-
just everyone like submits their
Y'all are
worst
not going
things.
to want to tune into that if your feelings get hurt.
I think we need to roast our employee cars.
Do it. My
Which
car
one?
my car is disassembled right
I have
now.
3 not good cars.
Joke's on you. I have 4 not good cars.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. We need some garbage. Look at the size of that selected board.
Guys, can we have an issue just for that Scion that we did?
Yes.
The yellow one, please. I want his own
I
issue.
think at some point we're gonna have to go through this board live and like decide what goes where and who gets the covers and yada yada yada. And also go through some of these spec lists we've gotten and grill people based on their choices.
I have a crazy idea. If we're at like a deadlock of 2 people that we want to be on the cover, we should do rock, paper, scissors.
Fist
Flip
fight,
a coin.
bare knuckle boxing.
Do arm wrestling.
With who?
Rich.
Rich.
Yeah.
And who?
Not me. I go to the gym, but not like that.
We need more terrible cars on this podcast. We haven't gotten any.
Yo, I think people are just getting scared because they see the submissions that we get.
I'll be brutal.
They hear what Yusuf has to say about a good car, and they're like,
Right.
yeah.
We should let the viewers
Whoa!
review mine.
Oh,
Whoa.
hello.
We saw this car last
I was
week.
gonna say, didn't we see this guy
Yeah,
last week?
we saw it at a show, right? Some kind of show coverage.
That's
Yeah.
why. We didn't.
We
see
talked
it as a
about
feature.
it.
We saw
talked
on
about
the-
it in the show coverage.
Yeah, we were like, oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome. We have it.
That is friggin'
That
cool.
is very straight piped VR. VR30
Yeah, but that's
DVT.
loud.
Those motors are bulletproof, by the way.
Did these ones sound like trumpets?
Seriously,
as well?
they
No, it's
are
a VR, it's a
crazy
VR.
good engines.
It's a VR.
Our friends at AMS had one at like 500 horsepower and 700 horsepower reliably with bolt-ons, just like shredding it out in the canyons on the hottest days possible, and they couldn't kill it.
My dad has a Q60S. It's at 220,000 kilometers now with
Is
little
that the same like mini VR engine, whatever? it is?
VR30 DDT.
Yeah,
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 it has.
this one.
He's done oil changes every like 15, 20,000 kilometers, and other than that, has not put a single penny into the car other than gas. And that motor is like the day it was new. It's crazy.
I still think about buying one of these things.
Oh.
You gotta get one used. This thing is already at 452 wheel, so it's pretty killer. So this one we're not gonna have a call in. Monk is actually in the military and he can't be here right now to take the call, but he's pre-recorded a little video for us, so we get to watch and see him kind of break this thing down.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I gotta say, look at the wheel arches and how they're cut out. I think that's sick. That's primo. Oh, are we supposed to hear something right now?
We don't hear it.
We don't hear anything.
Hard John, sing a song.
I'm just looking through the spec
All
list.
around me are familiar faces,
I
going.
have a mild gripe with this.
worn out places.
You know how we joke about like if it's a wide body, a wrap, air suspension, and wheels, it's not a build. Guess what this is?
This is well done.
Yeah, but so are so many.
Yeah, but it's also
Why would that not be a build? It depends how
Here's my thing.
how you execute
I
it.
could
If you
undo
put-
that in a weekend.
So,
How are
but
you
it
gonna
depends
undo
how
the
you
cut
how you
quarters?
execute it though,
Yeah, I
right? You
guess
could
that's
do
fair.
it. There's both ends.
Okay,
of
here's the
the
thing.
Of the
If
ladder.
Hard
I'm
John-
gonna go ahead and be a no, but I like the car.
Oh, if Hardjohn put Workmeisters on his Corolla, we'd be like, okay, that's kind of funny, haha. If somebody put Workmeisters on a Ferrari, that's gangster.
Yeah,
So-
that's not a feature vehicle either. Workmeister's Ferrari does not make a feature. It makes
it's-
a cool set of wheels that we take a picture of.
See, now I guess we're in kind of like a weird, because like this is a kit that not a lot of people have seen yet or being
For
put
sure.
on the car. So like
I think it's sick.
I think this being a platform that really hasn't made it super mainstream as
No.
of yet. Like I know for locally, we definitely don't have one of these cars with this kit on it.
I'm
Yeah.
saying, tell me the last time you saw a Z in general.
I just
anybody.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
pretty rare.
it's nice to see kind of like a refreshing, like, oh, I haven't seen this kit. This is my first time seeing it. Where am I going to see it? Oh yeah, as a feature. And you know, you flip through, you're like, whoa, that's a pretty cool kit.
Yeah.
You know, I might not go to, you know, someone in, you know, Texas or Cali, like, you know, they might not go to car meets or something, and them Z's might not be as popular there. So I mean, I think it's a cool way to kind of get these new styles and looks out there. I don't see many arches that are kind of like hexagonal shape,
Yeah, those are
Yeah.
trip.
like this.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And I think that's
And the two tone
sick.
too is
Like,
really
I
awesome.
think Liberty Walk C8 Corvette kit is like that same.
But the
Oh, yeah?
but the C8 kind of already gives off that like hexagonal kind of vibe from the factory. This, I think, I love the like shark nose, the little weird.
I don't, but I respect it.
I think this kit's an abomination, but that's just my opinion.
Absolute Electronics says this is the only Z built to this level I've seen since it's been released, and I think that just goes to your point.
I think that's facts. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
no, it's not.
it's-
AMS Performance. I was just talking about they have a 700 horsepower fully built SEMA car one.
We're
It's already
talking-
built more than this level. This is just a kit and a wrap, respectfully.
Respectfully.
And like some insane wheels, to be fair. Those are more than I can afford, pal.
Those are his own design of wheels.
Really?
Yep.
What?
That's wicked.
The only other person I've seen that did that was Calvin Choi. We reviewed his car a few
That's
weeks ago.
right.
Choi Motors.
My buddy
wheels.
made his
Yeah.
own wheels for his Porsche too. It's really cool.
Well,
You
your
just
buddy's
go
rich.
What's
online.
going on, past mag
No, not even
team?
that much. It was a surprise.
My
I
name
was
is
like,
Oh,
Monk,
we can
oh, I
hear.
hear him.
and this is my Z, my 2023 Nissan Z, with a Pandem wide body kit. First of all, I want to thank Jamie for continuing to communicate with me
Yay.
and making
out,
sure
Jamie.
that this feature happens. But
The laugh.
yeah, so she got the complete Pandem kit. The kit comes with the canards, but I think without the canards, I think it's more appealing look for the show side of the scene.
Low-key agree.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
It made it look a lot more, smoother in the front, in my opinion, at least. But she
Actually,
is
don't hate the
custom
shotgun
wrapped
type thing.
with an
Ignoring
Ozatec
you.
I don't hate it.
Agree.
The rest of the kit,
liquid
not so much.
Look how big the gas door is. Someone mentioned in the comments that I
molten
mentioned it a few minutes ago.
copper, and of course wrapped by our sponsor, Meta Wraps. I don't know if it's okay to shout out sponsors on our podcast,
No
Perfect,
plugs.
Mom.
but she also has a custom built exhaust from Ray Motorsports. She's very well known. She's a custom fabricator, and as a matter of fact, the reason why I got this car, because she's been with me since my Subi build, and we pretty much grew on the social platform together. So I just pretty much stuck with her, and her systems are excellent quality, sounds good, feels good. Have never had any issues with her exhausts. But she is dyno tuned with
this
Soho
new rules to
Motorsports.
shoot?
Wait.
So she currently
Don't be a
makes
woman
about
hater.
Wait.
450 rear wheel horsepower
Wait, what was the power number?
and about
452.
472
No, that's VR. They stopped making 400 crank.
Okay.
pounds
Well,
of
that's like
torque.
very-
It's just a tuned
To
stock
be honest,
engine.
that's intake downpipe like very mild tune on a VR.
And
Regardless,
then
I like it. I think
I'm a
I
yes.
do have
I
a
think I'm
custom
a yes.
3 or
I'm
2
not. I
piece
think I know.
wheel.
Yes, I like it.
I'm
The good
outnumbered
thing
you,
about
so.
this wheel
Well, Julia's
is
hybrid.
this is my
I
company.
said yes already.
Okay, this is a
I
democracy.
have my own company wheels,
I want to see
Called-
interior.
Intricate
Podcast,
Solutions,
There's no interior at all. No sense.
and I
in it.
also
There's no-
make
there's
my
not even
own
steering wheel.
air suspension.
There's
No,
not
but yeah,
even-
I think it's sick. I just
he-
think
he
we're
sold-
giving away features
So
too easily.
I
he
think
sold the
if
interior.
you ask
for,
me, that's the most unique
yeah.
No
part
steering wheel. That's why there's a
of
trailer
this
on
build.
the street outside.
is
No
this
dash
has
either.
the first
Very good
ever
taste.
wheels, one of one wheels from
No
my
floor. He just
company
uses his legs.
with
Hold the floor.
the help of
Okay.
Oh no, he has a floor.
Floor confirmed. Well,
Floor.
It's a genuine worry.
This is the bar now.
okay, so I think if anything, to make Adam slightly appealed, we'll put it very close to selected. Maybe just
You know what?
hair over to
This
maybe.
is a coup
I would
against
throw it
Adam.
in the maybe. I wouldn't say no.
This is a coup
Yeah.
against Adam.
So-
it's a big maybe.
Listen, Monk. If you're listening, if you're watching, you're definitely gonna be watching this later. Listen, we all unanimously love it to different levels, but we don't hate it. That's for sure. You won, baby. Woo!
Yay.
We're running out of thumbtacks.
Dollar store Tron.
We're running out of features too because this is the end for today.
What
I've
a
been-
good
I've been
lot
told
we
that.
had
This
today.
is-
We did have
the
one
end.
more, but unfortunately had to cancel last minute,
Yeah,
so that
somebody
doesn't make it to
canceled.
round 5. I promise we are not running out of cars to review.
Yeah, exactly.
But please, guys, we want to do not good vehicle.
Yeah.
Submit your friend's car and don't tell them.
Well, we'll have everyone submit their daily.
Oh.
My daily's pretty
Roasting
boring.
daily
What are you gonna
drivers.
say? It's a stock.
Actually,
stock SUV.
actually, I think on the podcast maybe we should review company cars.
I just
We
did a
can.
sweet water pump swap in my life.
Buddy, I just did new shocks and springs in my X5 because one of the springs broke.
Damn.
Millionaire.
Good stuff.
I
good
just
stuff.
primered over my rust.
By the way, 200.
You want to do mine too?
Yeah, just spray over it and then
Yeah.
hope for the best. Yeah.
$250 on Amazon for the pair of springs and struts. Came the next day. I was leaving to Montreal on Sunday morning. I got them Saturday at like 7 p.m. from Amazon. Huge shout out to my mechanic, driven to reality. He literally took the car in at 10 p.m. on a Saturday night and gave me the car the next morning with new fresh brakes as well.
You
What a
heard it
psychopath.
here first. Yusuf has soft hands and doesn't work on his own cars.
Jamie says she did a gas conversion from 87 to 89.
Perfect.
Same.
I didn't. I'm
Same.
diesel.
That's funny.
Do we have any more talking points for today?
Nope.
No, that about ends
We
it.
don't have any more.
That gives me time to roast a certain Nissan parts company.
No, we're not
in
doing
the
that.
United
All right.
States.
Anyway,
They're gonna
It's
cut off my
Nissan,
balls.
Everybody.
not Nissan.
Yeah, if you're watching,
that's it
fuck you.
for
dog.
today. Thank you for
Fuck you.
watching.
Yeah, don't forget, check out the gear shop, passmag.com/gear shop. Pick up some magazines, man. And honestly, we are going to be doing a quick little coupon code for the next week. So
Ooh.
More
stay-
coming.
What's the code?
you're going to have to watch our Instagram videos to find out.
Wow.
Okay.
So we're
Leave
going to
the
be
people
posting an
hanging.
Instagram video
Today.
very soon. Yeah, today. And it is going to have a hidden code for 15% off. So if you find it, if you're watching this right now and you want a little magazine for your little shoddy on the side.
Why on the side? Why not your main?
Your main.
Yeah,
I
what
mean,
the
your
hell?
main. Like, you want to give her a gift, like a
You know what?
side
No,
gift.
bypass
Oh.
mag for both your main and your.
Let's
Give
go.
them different issues though.
for the daily and the project car.
Oh my god.
All
Can we
right.
end it, please?
All right,
On
that's
that
the end
note,
of the podcast. Don't forget to send us your submissions.
Hey, sometimes your daily just doesn't work.
What do we really need still? We need some EV and hybrid cool stuff.
Yeah.
We need some
Nissans.
Nissans, drift cars, maybe more VIP. We could fit more of that. What'd you say, Rich? Yeah, we need a baller. Wait, Lexus is done.
Hardjohn's Lexus isn't ready yet. I'm kidding. It sucks.
Yeah, you know what? Just send us what you have. We'll sort it out from there.
Please give us S chassis and please give us unrealistic horsepower numbers.
No,
Yes.
keep the Toyotas and Lexuses.
If you give us
coming, make me
unrealistic
happy.
horsepower numbers, I'm coming
Give us
for
especially
No
an S
way we
chassis.
got a roll on floor laughing in the chat.
you. You will.
That is crazy.
You will subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. You will follow us on social media if you want to see his coupon code
Sure
video.
thing you will.
among
Okay, Kim
other
John Adam,
fun
bro,
stuff.
relax.
And we will see you next week. Bye, everybody.
See you
Bye.
later, alligators. In a wild crocodile.